Hello, 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 and welcome back to Cooking Essentials. I'm Chef Marilyn Doucette, and this morning we're going to talk about healthy breakfast options. Yeah, so we're going to talk about grits versus oatmeal. Let's get started. Just walk over here, step over here with me to my counter. So, grits, yes, you can't be in the South without grits. At my restaurant, Meals from the Heart Cafe, we always have grits ready to prepare for every breakfast. Absolutely. Grits can be vegan, vegetarian, non-vegetarian. It depends on what you do with grits. Grits versus oatmeal. Grits is a whole grain and so is oatmeal. So what do you get from grits? There's something called folate. And you say, what? What is that? Why do I need it? I don't talk about it. Well, most people don't. But folate is known to make DNA, repair DNA, and produce red blood cells. That's a good thing. So if you're anemic, that's not a bad thing to have in your diet and you want to include it. Grits have more potassium, calcium, and vitamin A than does oatmeal. So we're going to talk about the preparation of grits and preparation of oatmeal because they're both pretty simple. And notice the brand. This is Quaker. In the South, we do Quaker. Yes, it's not authentic grits. If you eat in New Orleans and they do not serve grits that comes from the Quakers. Everybody knows that. Oats from Quaker too. Why do I have 365? Because that's what I bought. I needed oatmeal and I was at the store and it was late and they don't carry Quakers. But this is fine. This is rolled oats. This is not steel cut oats, which takes longer to cook. Who wants to be on the stove forever cooking? But you can cook it the night before, steel cut oats that is. You can cook it the night before and put it in the refrigerator and just heat it up in the morning. And there you go, you have it. So oats is a whole grain like grits. Everybody loves it. No, maybe not. It's a porridge, and so is grits. But oats, unlike grits, it's a good source for diabetic because it reduces blood sugars and insulin spikes. And that's a great thing for people who have diabetic. But more importantly, versus grits, oats has more fiber and protein. You do not get fiber and protein from grits, or just very little. Let's see, you get 2 grams of fiber from grits in a cup, and in a half cup you get 2 grams of fiber, and you get actually 4 in a cup, and you only get 2. So that's grits and oatmeal, and the preparation for each is pretty simple. If you do it the old-fashioned way, the way we do it in New Orleans, the way we were doing it in New Orleans, but not so much now. I'll tell you what's happening. We start off cooking it in water. You heat up water. I always say measure, measure, measure. So you'd heat up maybe a cup of water to a 4th cup of grits, a cup of water to a half cup of oatmeal, dry oatmeal. So, but this is the thing. So you can cook that up, boil your water, add a little dash of salt, and throw in the grits or whatever it is if you're doing the oatmeal. And you stir and you whip. Grits requires your attention because it will stick. So you have to stir, stir, stir. Oatmeal, not so much. It takes 5 minutes. This is 5-minute grits, 20 minutes. Remember I said that. Okay, so that's that. So you make the choice. You can just eat grits alone. Once you cook it, when you don't add anything more to it, it's fine. But what's the taste? There's not much taste to just pulling it off the stove and eating it without embellishing it with the things that like butter and cream. So some cooks now you find in restaurants are preparing grits with cream and cheese. It's almost like a really delicious, creamy bechamel sauce. So every chef in New Orleans has their version of a creamy grits. But at Meals from the Heart, we're vegan, and we just cook it plain in water, and you can add what you like. If you want cheesy grits, we can do it vegan or non-vegan, your choice. But the butter and the cream is what makes it unhealthy, but it tastes good. The struggle is real. Then you have options in cereal. I do not have a honey nut Cheerio. Is that what it's called? Honey nut Cheerio. Avro Lazard, my partner, does love Honey Nut Cheerios. It is a staple in her kitchen and for her breakfast. And that's fine. So what's the difference? Well, check out this. I do In Kind, and In Kind has many different selections. So this one is cinnamon oat granola with flax seeds and much more. And this one has toasted coconut. It's granola, oats and honey granola. It has coconuts. So Honey Nut Cheerios, it has sugar. This has sugar. Believe it or not, this has a little bit more sugar for a cup serving than does Honey Nut Cheerios. And we're saying like 3 grams if you do a cup. But then you think about when you add milk, dairy milk to your cereal, if that's what you're adding, it may elevate the sugar a bit as well, and certainly the fat content. For me and vegans, we have an alternative to milk. I love, and this is oat milk. Say hello to oat milk. This is by Mu Allah. I love this milk. I can drink it, just a cup of milk, a glass of milk. And even eating a cookie on the side. It's unsweetened coconut, so it's not going to add any more sugar to my cereal, my In Kind cereal. And in that cereal, as I said, I'm going to get amaranth, I'm going to get chia seeds, flax seeds, I'm going to get all of these good nutritional things that I love, and the cinnamon. I love cinnamon. We talked about that earlier. This is also gluten-free and vegan, no worries. It's so universal. That's what I love about it, but it tastes good. I know you don't believe me. You could buy it, okay? But I don't know how much it costs. I can't remember. It comes to a package, if you shop at one of those big box stores. And it's plant-based, so that's a cool thing. But both cereals, if you do Honey Nut Cheerios, or you're getting grains that you need, whole grains that you need, but without the added sugar. And I think that Honey Nut Cheerios may even provide potassium and some of these other high vitamin values that we need in our diet. But In Kind is high in fiber, and I think you get like 12 grams of fiber from in-gram cereal in a cup compared to Honey Nuts where you get only 3 grams. I mean, that's pretty significantly a difference. So that's a choice. You can do oatmeal, you can do grits, and you have to cook those on the stove. This is quick and fast. Your kids can consume that. You'll be happy that they did. Of course, there's sugar, but there are so many other health benefits that can offset the sugar, and do it in moderation. They shouldn't be doing 2 cups in the morning. 1 cup, have maybe a piece of fruit. This is a mango, but you can do blueberries, raspberries on the side. It's gonna raise the sugar level for that meal for that morning, but you are going to get so much fiber and energy from it. Just don't eat any more sugar the rest of the day. Another go-to option that is not vegan for me, but you can buy vegan versions, is yogurt. This is a dairy yogurt, so it is not vegan. But you can get, I think it's SIGS, S-I-G-G-S, makes a really good vegan milk yogurt, and it's cashew milk. It also has live cultures, and that's what I love. This is like one of the best yogurts that, this is Stonyfield yogurt. It's like 14 grams of protein. If you're listening, Luke James, 14 grams of protein, my brother. So those of you who are looking to rev up your protein because you're vegan and you're not getting enough, then consider eating, well, you can't eat this one. You know, Stony Greek yogurt is the one with 14 grams. I think you're only getting like 5 grams of yogurt from a cashew milk base, but that's still pretty good. That's good. But anyway, so I like this better. Check it out. It's the whole milk. It's strawberry, and this is absolutely plain because it adds just a slight sweetness to it, and it's enough for me. So if you consume this in the morning, then you're getting a whole lot of protein and fiber from this meal. And you can add even more protein by adding nuts. For me, it's walnuts. Almonds is a good choice as well. Look at my cupboard, how neat it is. It's not cluttered, if you can see inside. And I do not purchase a lot of canned goods. I don't. But, you know, preservatives, right? So this is a great choice for breakfast in the morning. These are great choices for breakfast in the morning. Not too much sodium, because you're putting a little dash in your cooking vessel to cook oatmeal or to cook grits. Certainly grits would require more salt, because in the South we do that. And fruit, you know, you see my little basket here, container here. Yeah, you know, bring in the vitamins, bring in the colors from the food, and eat healthy. I am Chef Marilyn Doucette, and I hope that you like my videos because you are learning something that is useful to you. Other than that, I guess you won't tune in. But if you do like it and it is useful, subscribe. And come sit out at the farmer's market in the French Quarter, Meals from the Heart Cafe, and enjoy some of these awesome dishes that we serve. Peace and love.